Hi guys, I am Siddharth Singh here, founder of Cross Train Fight Club, and today I am on the MMA Cafe show. So I actually started off with combat sports a really long time ago. I started off with boxing back in Doon School. So I went to Doon School for my studies from class 7 to class 12. And boxing was a sport there, and that's how I got introduced to boxing. I boxed there for about 6 years. Boxed from my school. I got shortlisted for Uttaranchal State as well, boxing in Dehradun. And then I went to the UK to do my masters in economics. So there I started learning Muay Thai because I didn't find any boxing school. So I got into Muay Thai, and then BJJ happened, and then wrestling happened. So that's how I got into mixed martial arts. So my job at the moment is running Cross Train Fight Club and all our academies. We have about 5 academies and affiliates all over India. What I love about this job is the fact that firstly it's doing what I really love doing. So combat sports is something I'm really passionate about and I love it. It's something that comes naturally, and also the people I work with are people who are my students and people I like, the most in the world. So it's getting to work with people you love in an area which you have absolutely love. So I love what I do for a living. We are a growing sport, and in India again, like I can talk about 5 or 6 years ago, like from there to now, the level of quality of fighters has improved. The sport is getting a lot more publicity, and it's really growing at a very rapid pace. So I'm really happy with the way Indian MMA is growing. Not at the moment, and the reason is because it's such a young sport in India. Like I said, when we started Cross Train Fight Club, I would go and tell people that I do mixed martial arts, and they wouldn't know what I was talking about. I would mention UFC, they wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But now I think if you mention MMA or UFC to most people, they would know what it is. So it's not fair to compare Indian fighters to the foreigners because they've been training for a lot longer. So give Indian fighters 5 to 10 years, we'll be as good as the foreigners. My favorite memory was definitely winning the Manchester Open, which was a couple of years ago at Purple Belt. I beat other Purple Belts from the UK to become British champion. So that was a big achievement for me. As I said earlier, like the foreigners or fighters abroad have a lot more opportunity. They get to train with higher level guys, and they've been training for a lot longer. So just for me, it was a huge accomplishment for me in my head that I could compete with the foreigners and compete with the best in the world. So it was really one of the most important moments for me. And then the next one would be because this tournament, Manchester Open, was gi. Then I won no gi in Taiwan, which is again a huge tournament, ADCC Taiwan, where some of the best grapplers from Asia had come. So again, those 2 tournaments I would say are the highlights of my personal career. But difficult to say who's the best fighter because there are different weight classes, there are different matchups. But I think currently, the way Anshul Jubli, who's one of my teammates and my student, the way he's fighting right now, it's difficult to argue against it. At least at his weight class at 70 kilos, it's difficult to see anyone who will be able to take him down. I would say obviously Shekhar is someone who's extremely talented. I think he would give Anshul a run for his money. But I would say right now Anshul is probably the best fighter in India. Difficult to say. I mean, as I mentioned to you, like Anshul would be one of the guys. I would say that Mayank Kohli from Warriors Cove, he's one of the best. And he recently fought Punyajit Likharu. I would say between Punya and Mayank, I think these 2 guys, along with Anshul, would be the 3 really high level guys. And apart from that, there's obviously you can't say anything against Roshan, who's training at Evolve MMA. I think if there's anybody who we have to talk about pound for pound best, I think Roshan would be someone that who would be in anyone's list of top fighters. So Roshan would be another name I would not mention. He's a really good guy. I'm going to talk about international fighters, UFC fighters. I really enjoy watching Nate Diaz fight. Really love his fighting style. I also thoroughly enjoy Dominic Cruz. The way his footwork, his style. So I would say Dominic Cruz and Nate Diaz would be two of my favorite fighters. Funny in the sense that people still haven't accepted that mixed martial arts is it's a combination of a number of different martial arts. So we still have like boxers teaching MMA, or taekwondo guys teaching MMA, or judo guys teaching MMA. They don't realize the fact that it's a lot of disciplines combining together. It's just not one martial art. So that's the funniest thing. Like still, like we're in 2020 and still people are, just defiant to the fact that just one martial art will not do it. So Reignite Fitness Fest, how it came into existence was, we basically wanted to organize the next ADCC event. So ADCC India comes under me and I have to organize events for them annually. So we went to sponsors and like most of like most people who are running federations and organizations, they usually have an investor or they have someone who's putting in a lot of the money, which is why they're able to deliver such big shows. With me and what we've been doing, it's been very organic. So we don't have anyone investing money, so we have to actively go out and find sponsors to make these events happen. So for ADCC, we went to a lot of sponsors and we wanted to pitch the idea of having a grappling event in India, but understandably, brands were reluctant because they didn't think there was enough potential for combat sports in India, because again, it's not exploded yet. It's growing, but it's not there yet. So they said if you create a fitness event, a fitness festival, then we might be able to support you in terms of ADCC. So rather than just doing ADCC, we had to create a whole different property called Reignite Fitness Fest. And we were really fortunate to have Superdry come on board as a title sponsor. So yeah, we got Superdry on board. We created Reignite Fitness Fest. Day one was all about fitness. It was a proper fitness festival. And day two, all day long, was ADCC India. So 2-day event, the hardest project I worked on. And Anu was my partner in this project. And we worked when I've never worked so hard in my life. For 4 months, I didn't go train at all. Like, it was a terrible experience. Like, working, I used to leave home at 8 a.m. and I used to come home at midnight. So it was a terrible scene, but the event went well and ADCC was liked, so happy. So there's no one within the industry that I'll say is a mentor directly, but I would say that Elliot Kelly, who's been to our academy a few times for seminars, he's someone who I really look up to. He's one of the best in the world. And he's also a great guy and a great teacher. So I learn a lot from him. Apart from that, like in terms of what I do, in India, at least when I started, there weren't too many people who were running fight clubs, organizing events. They were coaching also, they were teaching also, they were training also, they were competing also, and trying to run a business enterprise also. So there wasn't anyone when I started off, and I still say like, there aren't too many people who are juggling a lot of these different balls. So I won't say there was anyone directly responsible, but a lot of people in my previous job, like if people don't know, I used to work for a company called Pentland Brands in London, and I worked there for 6 years. And there I had a lot of mentors. I had Marcel Apfel, who's now getting to his purple belt. He was the head of business development, and I worked very closely with him. So I learned a lot about fitness and lifestyle from him. And and I also learned a lot from Matthew Rock, who's heading Ted Baker. So I would say these two people were my mentors, and they showed me or taught me how to be a leader. So yeah, I mean, just a few people who helped me out. I touched upon this fight a little earlier. Anshul is, I think both fighters have a lot to gain from this fight. I in general, I am not massively in favor of trash talking. I think two people should just be respectful. They should just go there and fight and see who wins. No matter who fights, I don't want to get into trash talking, but I'm really excited to see this fight. I think they are two really good fighters. Anshul has a lot to gain because he's fighting a much bigger name. Srikanth is, he's one of the top names in Indian MMA. So here, Anshul has a lot to win there. And Srikanth has a lot to win also, because if Srikanth beats Anshul, it's again, he pretty much shuts up everyone and just proves the point that he's the best 70 kilo fighter in the country. So I think both fighters have a great opportunity, and I hope Matrix Fight Night can make it happen. Two great fighters, exciting fight, and I just want to see a good fight. I mean, I don't care who wins; they both will benefit out of this for sure. Excited about seeing how our team grows, like CrossTrain Fight Club. I just want to see how our guys are able to compete on so many different continents and different disciplines. We've got guys fighting MMA, guys fighting BJJ, all over the world. So I'm just, the way we've seen over the last 2 years, our team competing and growing. I just want to see that. Hopefully with this virus ending, I think we'll see a lot more of that. So I'm excited about seeing our fighters compete. And also like self-defense, I just want to bring like authentic self-defense to everybody. Like for the longest time, they've been teaching eye gouging and kicking to the balls as a number one resort to self-defense. There's a lot more to that than just, you can't just kick someone on the balls and he'll die. He will not. Especially the guy is much bigger and stronger. So just a technical approach to self-defense. I would have to say IJJ. So IJJ, led by Coach Rohit, I think these guys are phenomenal. I think they have such a good team, and they have killers in that academy. So I would say IJJ is one of the best. I have three really big passions in life: eating, sleeping, and what I've recently figured out through coronavirus is I really like playing PlayStation. So I ordered a PlayStation 4 just before this lockdown happened, and I'm on it. When I'm not sleeping or eating, I'm usually on it. So hope you guys liked it. If you guys want to ask any more questions, any more technical questions, you can hit me up on CFC Sid on Instagram. And I'm constantly making workouts. I know it's coronavirus lockdown, we're all stuck at home, but let's try and be a little active. Let's try and do something to stay fit. And I'm always around. I'm always around. Ask me questions. And I don't care if you're a student or not of mine. I'm happy to help out. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please follow MMA Cafe Show